Lucky ones, in today's video, I'll be sharing with you guys the 5 secret steps and techniques that pro players right now are using to get 0 recoil in any gun that they use. So make sure you guys watch the whole video so you guys can start landing those shots in Warzone. And to show you guys that all these steps actually work and will help you get that pinpoint accuracy, I jumped into a match right after this, dropped around a 25-26 kill dub with the AMAX. No commando foregrip, no recoil attachments, just using the steps that I'm sharing with you guys today, and I promise you, you will see an improvement in your aim. So if you guys learned something from this video, make sure you guys share it with a friend, because I guarantee you that one person in your squad isn't shooting the best shots. Like the video and subscribe if you're new here, and let me know in the comment section below what gun you're gonna be rocking and getting that accuracy down with. For me, always my AMAX. Anyways, guys, have a great rest of your day. So the first thing I'm going to be talking about is horizontal versus vertical recoil. So the first thing we'll be looking at is vertical recoil control. Now, one of the most popular ones with that is going to be the AMAX. Here's the AMAX, me aiming down, not controlling it. And as you can see, just from a short distance, it just strafes up and goes a little bit to the right, a little bit of horizontal, but not too much. So that is what we call vertical recoil. Now, a lot of pro players will tell you, all you got to do is hold down your analog stick and you'll be fine. Yes and no, because when it comes down to vertical recoil control, you have to hold your analog stick down, but at the right speed. Because here's me holding it down too fast, right? Here's a little bit more realistic one. And when you go too down, most players will shoot back up. They'll go down and then up and then down. So now you're shooting like this. So you gotta get a feel for the weapon and find the right tempo to hold down that analog stick, which will look something like this. Okay. And now, most of the shots are hitting center chest. We'll go a little bit more in depth on that step in step number 5 on why I start with the chest. But that is vertical recoil. So yes, it's the easier gun to control. You have to hold the analog stick down, obviously. But what players aren't telling you is you have to hold it down at the right speed. The AMAX, I would say you hold it down on the lower side of things, not too fast, not too slow, but definitely not as slow as you would hold down a gun like the Kilo. A little bit faster than Kilo, but not that much faster. Now, the most important one is horizontal recoil control. Now, the most popular gun is gonna be the Ram 7. So we talked about a vertical recoil, and now we're talking about horizontal, but the thing about the Ram 7, it has both horizontal and vertical, and it creates its S pattern with recoil. So this is me not holding it down. As you can see, it goes up and cuts to the left. So there's the vertical, kicks it up. Okay, so you have to have the right tempo for that, and then it cuts to the left. Now, we talked about vertical, so I'm not gonna talk about that, but let's just focus right now on how to control that that horizontal recoil. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna shoot, and here's me just going left to right. A lot of pro players are gonna tell you, you need to strafe right to left with the aiming analog stick. So you need to go like this, right? But the thing about that is because the speeds are a lot harder to get down, it's gonna be very, very difficult to find that right tempo alongside the vertical, because you got 2 different speeds now, you got 2 different directions. So a way to counter that is by going and strafing to the left and right as you shoot with the button you move with. And by doing that, your aim will look something more like this. Now, this is a gun that's a little bit harder to control, and that's why the Ram 7 is used for close distance by most players. But if you could get it down, that horizontal, not by aiming left and right, but by strafing, it'll be super easy. And in that vertical, you'll use the same technique as we did with the AMAX. Now you're just adding a strafing. So again, the AMAX is a gun you need to control recoil by just finding the right speed of holding down the analog stick. Speed is the right word that we're looking for. And then something like the Ram 7 is finding the right speed alongside strafing as well. Step number 2, and it's gonna be a shocker for a lot of people, don't aim for the head. You may have heard this constantly from pro players, always aim for the head, hit your headshots, you'll kill them faster. Yes and no, and you're having somebody who plays the game like myself 8 to 10 hours a day using the same guns to tell you, hit your headshots. It's a lot harder to do that, especially someone starting off just trying to get their aim right. The key and trick to that is don't aim for the head at first, but it's a point on the body you need to eventually aim at and hit. So you need to first start with the chest. Now, if you look at the player, a character like this at distance, it's not life size, but the chest is about, I would say, 60% of the body. Then you got the legs, and then you got the head. The head's the smallest part. You're asking someone, especially at distance, to find the pinpoint accuracy, the head, and land all their shots. That is very hard to do at distance. What you need to do is to find your spot at the chest, at range. And once you get those first, second hit marker, that's when you need to slowly bring your gun up and eventually hit the headshot. Now, even if you get one headshot, it's gonna kill a lot faster than just landing all chests. And you're bound to get a headshot because all you're doing now, you're still hitting the person, you're still hitting the player, but now you're ending up at the head. So alongside the chest shots now, you're also getting maybe 1 or 2 headshots, and it's gonna kill a lot faster. It's super easy to do, and it's a lot easier to do than just landing all the headshots at first. Because at range, if I go and try to land a headshot, it's gonna be a lot difficult, and you're gonna miss your shots. You're gonna miss your shots. You'll maybe land 1 headshot and miss, 5, 6 bullets. So you're saying, yes, you'll land a headshot, nice shot, but guess what? You would do the same amount of damage if you landed 2 chest shots, depending on the weapon, of course. So it's better to start with the chest and then work your way up to the head. Step number 3 is gonna be go ahead and using crouching and proning to your advantage. So something a lot of players don't know, and this is, one of the easiest tips for you guys to learn, is that crouching and proning makes your accuracy, no matter what the gun is, a lot better than by standing up. So this is me standing up, right? Look at the crosshairs, look at the, the white crosshairs on the screen. This is me now crouching. As you can tell, it gets tighter. This is me laying down, okay? So as I, put myself in more of an idle position, I get rewarded by having better accuracy. Now, I can't tell you every fight you need to prone to land those shots. No, because, close quarters, that's not going to be the case. But what happens is, if I see players maybe crossing from left to right, crossing out in the open, and I want to make sure I can land those chests, and maybe I'm going for even more headshots as well, I'm going to throw crouch in there and also be able to track them. Because now my accuracy is a little bit more pinpoint, and it's a lot easier to track person as well, because your strafe speed is not as fast. This is me now strafing on foot. This is me now crouching. This is me laying down. Obviously it changes. So I push this guy. Here we use a crouch method. A lot easier at distance, right? This is me crouching, this is me standing up, this is me laying down. So right there, I slip cancel instead of canceling and standing back up in that crouch position, and able to land shots a lot easier. Again, this is something that's probably more helpful at distance, right? When you have people crossing. So use that technique next time you catch somebody off rotation and you're gatekeeping. Step number 4 is gonna be centering. If you guys don't know what centering is, the crosshair is something that should always be where you next expect a person to appear out of. So if you're checking a corner, or you're watching a spot off distance, maybe it's the top of a building, your crosshair needs to be already pinpoint where that person might be peeking. And the reason for that is it allows a quicker ADS. Tracking now comes later because you already have that crosshair on that body. All you need to do is aim down your sight, maybe throw a crouch in there and start shooting depending on the distance. And instead of having track them and then ADS, you're already able to shoot them a lot faster. And the last step and most important step that if you could just take one step away, it would be this last one: stop switching guns. There are millions of videos coming out saying this is the next meta. I'm somebody who likes to push out content guns and let you guys know some viable weapons that I'm having fun with. But the thing about that is your recoil pattern is constantly changing depending on the gun. So your muscle memory is actually getting messed up because you go from using the AMAX with the vertical recoil to now the Ram 7, which has a mix of both. And by doing that, your constant muscle memory of, the tempo like I talked about in step 1 to the strafing speed I talked about in step 2 or 3, it's now messed up. You don't need to be switching weapons every single time. The reason content creators are able to do that is because we play around 8 to 10 hours a day, and it usually takes us that time frame to get at least one video. So by doing that, we have enough time to get adjusted to the weapon. And don't get us wrong, we play this game for a living, so it's a lot easier for someone like me who plays the game for that amount of time than somebody who maybe picks up the game 3 times or 3 hours a week or 3 hours a day. It's different. Stick with one AR maybe and switch up a sub here and there, or stick with one sub and switch up an AR for a little bit, but don't switch them up every day because your shots are probably looking a little shaky. Anyways, guys, those are my 5 steps, and just to prove to you guys that all these steps work, I use the AMAX, which is one of the highest recoil weapons, took off the Commando foregrip and dropped a bomb 25-26 and the W, showing you guys how this recoil pattern looks. Let me know what you guys think in the comment section below, and peace out. No gun.
Enemy soldier incoming.
Better than nothing. Live mark that. Gotta wait. Oh, LC10. I actually haven't used that gun all day today. Let's try to get our hands on it. On the roof or down this hallway? On the roof. We can tell by that arrow right above us. Gonna steal his kill. Are you AFK? You're in Warzone. I don't know if I saw that correctly. For a little bunny hop off that. Get those kills. 5,800 right now. We still have those players on the roof, so we gotta be careful for that. We have this. No tags. Keep moving. 33 meters. They're right there. We're gonna pop Deddy. Then we invest. That kill. That should be all the money we need. Go for a last minute tag. We should be good. We're gonna go circle back towards that bounty, get our loadout, and we should be good to go. Cover. Put that knock. And look at this, how fast the ADS is. Ready?
That's it.
Really fast. All you gotta do is control that recoil. Okay, 6 kills, not bad. Let's get back to our car. We'll get a UAV, fluctuate that with another one, and keep moving. Both players are now dropped down. We're gonna go for the guy levels with us. Take him out. These guys are fighting anyways. So that's what it looks like at range.
Got recon online.
UAV entering the AO. Enemy UAV overhead.
Go around, use that as
No
cover.
way. Like, how do you...
9 kills with 82 up. It's not a bad start right now. We gotta go loot the first guy we killed as well. Starting to look for a second rotation. It could be back towards Superstore. It wouldn't be a bad fight because it's most likely someone recovering. I doubt someone's rotating back in. But instead of that, because of our eco and our cash flow, we're gonna slow. Oh, we actually have enough. But we should play that bounty kill. We'll get a UAV and fluctuate that way.
Be advised, UAV is bingo.
Throw a nade up there.
RTB for resupply.
No hit on that. We're gonna pop the Deddy a little bit early because he's not all the way at the top yet. Don't hear him moving. He's actually crouching. Now he's moving. He's about 2 stories above us. Go as fast as possible because the Deddy's about to run out, trying to catch up. He's gonna hit metal.
Enemy team is tracking your position.
She went a little bit deeper. Push the AMAX. Live mark that. Able to track him. Watch that jump peek and he's gonna die. Don't forget the guy in your cop. We don't have another UAV, but we know he's in that area. Put a loot on this. Tag this. Nothing there. We'll get as close as cop as possible. We're gonna use the ladder to climb up SOS. Sniper behind us. Could be the guys coming back from factory recovering. We'll just get any last minute tags and we'll use the ATV for rotation if we don't find anything.
Enemy UAV overhead.
Repop. I'm pretty sure this player actually rotated towards hotel. That way. Armor on him. Nice. Now we're gonna expect that person coming in from hotel. That's gonna be our guess. That's the only buy station near us, unless someone was just holding the UAV. I don't see him. Could be ghost. Yeah. We use that nade to kind of create an opening if possible. Still no tags. And we're not gonna push this kill. Instead, we're gonna go for the ATV, rotate somewhere else.
Friendly loadout drop on the way.
We also have a loadout, but the loadout's center zone right now, so if we die, we can use that as recovery. For now, we won't, though. We'll keep going. I don't like this area. I'm
I need recon on my
gonna
position.
double invest in that.
UAV entering the AO.
One of them's hunting me, and one of them knows I'm also. Slide out, crouch, back up. Same thing, slide out. That, land those headshots. Now all we have is a bounty behind us. Now we know where he's at. We don't need to rush that. He needs to rush us. So we'll take our time to loot up for a second. He's also in an isolated spot, so I don't expect anyone to go for that third party.
RTB for resupply.
And we'll push up. Any tags? 32 meters. He dead, he pushed.
Sight, we lost the enemy trackers.
8 meters.
Losing ground.
3 meters. For that play, any tags, nothing. That is silence to work with. Let's get a bounty. Let's get this bounty and then keep going. Our goal right now, ideally, would be 20 with 30. That would be a nice pace. 20 for 20 is also our safe bet. We'll fly and see what we can do there. Oh.
Target is up. Let's get it done.
He could be in the air. Gotta be careful with this, though. We'll know in the next tag if he's in the air or not. Yeah, he's in there. Superstore. It won't be bad chasing him as long as he doesn't go too deep. I don't think he will. Especially because he spawned in this area. You can fluctuate, buy one, pop one.
UAV entering the AO.
We get that knock. We had a couple bullets left. He was so weak that if he went for the reach out, all it took was one. Damn, it sucks that the bounty left the game though. It is what it is.
Got recon online.
We gotta be careful of that. Double A's, you gonna jump across. We have death signs, so we're gonna pop it a little bit early. Switch to the bullfrog for the close quarter gunfight.
Bounty target is down. Well done.
Love death signs, it's easy to get. Don't worry, where you went. Start shooting before we jump up. Try to do as much damage as possible. It's not gonna work out. Unfortunate. Oh, he's like teabag. Oh, he had death silence too. That guy was teabagging and everything.
Fight. No one's here to fight.
No one's here. That's a lot of fun. All right. We spawned over our loadout. So remember I said earlier, if you ever are working on recovery, landing back on your loadout is ideal. Now we don't have to worry about chasing back our guns or having a bad spawn because you'll spawn right above it. The question is, we're gonna go for ghost. We're gonna go for ghost because we won't be able to get ghost for another couple zones. And yeah, there you go. Finding a secondary isn't actually that hard. Look at it, UAV just got popped, so we don't have to worry about that. It's gonna take a minute for us to recover. Oh shit! I saw his flashlight. I thought he was looking down. It's actually better if he actually pushes down. Crack him, go for the reach out. And oh, we got it. Gotta get secondary. It's actually the gun we were looking for too. Nice. What kind of? Ooh, it's not a bad build to it either. Oh my god, it actually might be my exact build. I wonder if you watched my YouTube video. This is the same player from TV. Oh, please don't tell me you're stream sniping, Papa. No, let him be. I think this is the same player. It is. Oh, what a stream sniping loser. Yeah, get out of here. Get out, get out, get out, get out. Get out, Bubba. Full players over here. I have our centering right at that angle if he peeks it. I think he's playing that corner. Nice. So when you go for those left-hand side peeks, man, make sure you're not like just a slow peek on that. If they have the right-hand advantage like that guy did, they're definitely gonna have the first shot on you, regardless of what you see. So make sure, if you guys are on the left-hand side, to jump out. Don't slow peek it. Try to get as many kills as possible. Guy over here. Nothing. Keep moving.
Friendly loadout drop on the way.
Lots of precision. I already have it, and I'm in an area that they already know. There's might be someone in. Kill everybody. We can get 26. See what we can do. We don't really need money right now. 40 meters. For the full kill. Nothing this way. We'll scan the other way. Nothing that way. I wonder if he was the last one. Let's see. 41 meters. Could be in the air. Oh no, it's not good. 28 meters. What was that? Unless he was on the roof, we would have heard him walking on metal, and because we didn't hear that, that gives us a cue that he's down low. We killed a good amount of people in here. There was, I think, 4. We killed 1, 2, 3. We're missing 1.
I'll try.
But if we let's just say we got to the game late, we could just assume that he ended up dying. Rotate right, see if we see anything. Could be a guy in that hangar as well. Don't want to play the 50-50 though. Our car's smoking, so we gotta be careful on our rotation. Go for that self-revive now. Go for 1 UAV, pop it. No one behind us.
UAV entering the AO.
We're actually gonna invest a super and then rocket precision.
Closing. Get to the new safe zone.
Our car's smoking, so we gotta be careful on how we rotate. There's not many people alive, so we want to kind of go for kill and kill and kill. One guy over here. I was about to say that car should actually blow him up. You know when Zebra on orange. I only rotated out here and shocked the car because I have a precision that'll help us out in rotation. Only other player that I'm scared about would be a player behind us, and I think that is going to be the case. If he's behind us, we might be shocked. Notice I'm going cover to cover. Even if it's just a column like this, I'm not running a straight line. That'll put yourself at a big disadvantage. We still have money for rotate another UAV, so we'll go ahead and do that. Rotate 1. Even though they are
Requesting recon.
ghosted.
UAV entering the AO.
We start backslayer, anything to the right, no. We want to try to get these last 2 kills, but we don't want to put ourselves in a bad position either. We want to make sure we clear fire. If they're both in that area, then we can start flying, but if they're not... There's 1. We're gonna live mark that. Go for a mount on this. Get some shots. Nice. Then we got the last guy in front of us. We can open up with the precision once we see him, and then go in for the full kill with the dead silence. I think I see him on that rock. Yeah. We'll live ping it.
Right here. Target area is marked. We're cleared hot.
We're actually not gonna get there in time, so we'll go for another precision. We'll wait to see what the rotation is. He's still behind that rock. Going for another precision. He's gonna try to get the snipe off. Popping and weaving. Go for some shots there. Down him. Make sure we played up as we're running. Probably only gonna get 2 off. Switch to the pistol or the SMG and go for the kill.